Hello everyone, shalom. Welcome to another vlog with Locked In with the Liggins. I'm super excited to be filming another vlog for you all in the Vlognukkah series, okay? Thank you all so much for coming back to my channel and tuning in again, y'all. I be having so much fun vlogging. It is the most. Like I said, if you don't know the order in which videos are coming up, definitely check out the community tab. I have a whole list of 10 days worth of content straight, 10 days straight of content that's coming out for you all for the Feast of Dedication, and I'm super excited. Also follow me on Instagram at Locked In with the Liggins. I'm always saying that, y'all, and I'm bad about posting on there, but y'all, I'm trying to do better, especially since I'm on this content schedule for the Feast of Dedication for Vlognukkah. I'm praying that I can do good and keep up with it. And then also, I'm new to TikTok, y'all. Y'all can find me on TikTok at Locked In with the Lig or Mariah Liggins. I'm gonna link that below here too, because y'all, I've never posted on there. I'm always just watching videos, but I never post, but I want to get into it. So what better way to start is around the Feast of Dedication time, when I'm already putting out a lot of content in the first place. So y'all, welcome. All right, so for this video, you all, I got so many fun events that's happening in the month of December. Some are around the Feast of Dedication, and some is just cozy fun to do with kids. I'm so excited, y'all, and I always plan this stuff because I like for my kids to enjoy their break. We do not celebrate any pagan holidays or anything like that, but when my kids have a break, I'm really excited to get with them and then plan out some really fun things that they can do over their break. And so it's exciting for me, of course, have that bonding time and spend time with them. It's exciting for my husband. He always really excited about how I don't know, animated I get and how cutesy I get with some of the stuff I do for the girls. If you're new to our channel, we have 3 girls, which is something else. So we are a girl family. We have a 10-year-old Kyler, and then we have our 4-year-old, her name is Kaisley, and then we have our newest addition to the bunch, which you all can watch that entire pregnancy journey on our channel, but her name is Kiari. So we're really excited. And so oh, and she is now 7 months old. My gosh, that went so fast, y'all. So in this vlog, y'all, I'm excited. I'm gonna be sharing what are some things that I do with my kids, fun activities that I do with my kids for the Feast of Dedication, or some cozy fun that we do to have a good time, so that way I can give you all some ideas of what are some fun, hands-on, high-impact activities you can do with your kids around this time if you were looking for ideas. Now, some of my ideas aren't biblical related, okay? So there may be some things that I do that you're like, that ain't biblical. It's okay. These are cozy fun too, because it gets really cold now. I live in Georgia, y'all, so I really can't talk about what really cold actually means, okay? Because I'm not up north, so I really can't talk. However, when you don't feel like going out and you just want to do cozy things with your kids, these are just some ideas. So some things can be on theme, some things are off theme, but it is cozy fun to have with your kids. All right, so the first thing or fun activity that you can do with your kids and with your family, this is one that I'm super excited about and something that's new for me. Now, you all, you may or may not know, if you're new to this channel, this is your first time being on here, I'm a director of leadership at a university, and I actually host a lot of very large scale events, big events all the time. Well, one of the ideas that I had this year is I actually wanted to host a small, very intimate Feast of Dedication brunch. I thought about doing a party, but I was like, no, I really wanted to be really intimate, really intentional, a small Feast of Dedication brunch. And what that is going to consist of is I'm going to have a brunch food. Obviously, it's going to be very nice, but also I'm going to have some really nice activities for the kids. They're going to be able to do some really cutesy little things with their friends, and I think it's going to be nice. I'm going to have a table set up for them. They're going to be able to paint little menorahs. I also have other ideas of them making temples and stuff like that, so having little temple decorations and stuff, and making them out of gingerbread. They're also going to receive these bags that I put together for them that's going to have biblical lessons in it from the Feast of Dedication with coloring sheets. And then the adults, we'll be getting together to eat, of course, but then also just talking to each other about how are we going to rededicate our temple, our spirit, our temple, back to the Father himself, and just having really deep conversations. And also I plan to spend that time really getting to know the families that are coming. I plan to really spend that time really getting to know them on a deeper level. And that was another point of this, is just having that time to just reconnect with others and connect even more with people that I want to expand my relationship with, or that my husband and I want to keep expanding our relationship with. And we plan to do this across all aspects of people that we know that's in this walk, that we're going to invite people over slowly at a time. We didn't want to have a big, large gathering with everyone because that just will overwhelm myself and my husband. So we really wanted to just do a small gathering. So I would recommend put together something small, cozy, fun for you and maybe like 1 or 2 other couples, and just have y'all kids get together and actually plan like some little activities for you all to do on the inside, because it's going to be cold, with the feast day in mind. All right, so that was one of my favorite ones. We've never hosted before. We've never hosted anything really before, and so we're really excited about hosting for the very first time. All right, so number 2, one of the things that I always do is in the month of December, well, before December even hits, I actually like to look and see what movies are coming out, so that way I can plan out some like theater dates for myself and the kids and my husband, or to see a show. So in Atlanta we have the Fox Theater, so a lot of the Broadway shows and musicals will come, and so I always like to see if we're going to do one or both of those things. And so I would recommend looking into a show, just a time to get out of the house and go do something together. This year David is coming out, which we are super excited. It comes out December the 19th, so we're going to take the kids like the 21st, like that Sunday or something like that, or we might take them like maybe the 19th. I think that's a weekday, so we'll find a day, but it actually comes out during the week of the Feast of Dedication, so that'll be fun. What I'm going to do to make it a little bit more special for the kids, I'm going to let them wear some cozy pajamas that they pick out to the movie theater. So I think that'll be fun. The pajamas that they're gonna have is like cozy pajamas that they pick out. Like I'm gonna I normally let them go on Amazon and pick out what are the winter pajamas that we want to wear, and they're gonna be matching pajamas, and then we'll wear our matching pajamas to the theater and we'll watch the film. That's just a way to like elevate a movie date, right? And making it like even fun. And then the fact that it's actually a biblical movie, I'm pretty excited. Another fun activity that I've done with the girls is crafts. So different type of crafts that I try to think of for them to do. Painting a menorah was one of them that I think is going to be really fun for them to do this year. I actually have some little canvases that I got from Dollar Tree and some little easels where they're going to be able to do that, and they can decorate them any kind of way that they want, but painting the 7-branch menorah is going to be really nice. I also have like some coloring sheets for them to color, so they really love doing stuff like that, and I got like all different types of colors for them, crayons, all kind of stuff, markers, stencils, just to make that elevated and fun for them. And then another thing is like making little temples. You know, the feast day is about the rededication of the temple, so thinking of ways where they can actually make a temple. I even seen a sister that did it out of like pizza dough. I'm not that creative, y'all. Like I would love to do something like that, but you know, but it was cool to watch her do it, right? She did that. So I'm gonna be recreating the scene of the Feast of Dedication using like little figures that I got off Amazon that haven't come yet because I haven't ordered them yet, but I'm planning to order them, and I'm gonna have that up too as content for you all. But and I'm gonna let them help me actually create the scene or whatnot. Like I got a poster board and everything off of just from Dollar Tree. I created a background and everything off of Canva, which I'm gonna print off. Those are ways that I do it, like that's super affordable where you're not spending a lot of money, but think of like fun crafts that they can do. I also have another craft where they can make a chauffeur themselves out of toilet paper rolls. Yeah, I found that on I found that on Pinterest. And so I actually have a Pinterest board that I'm going to share with you all in this vlog, where I actually do a lot of my planning and stuff like that. So think of some crafts. Crafts is another really fun way to reconnect, things for them to do, and I plan it out so that way it's exciting for them. And what I'll do is when they're like sleep at night, I'll wake up early morning, I'll put all the crafts in our classroom, because in our house we actually have a classroom, and I'll put it all out on the table for them, and then when they wake up they see it. So I make it even more exciting by just having it all planned, set up really nice for them, and it's something cool that they look forward to doing. So the fourth thing I want to share with you all is at-home movies. At-home movie nights are always gonna hit, okay? So I actually like to make like a charcuterie board for the girls, and in doing that, making a charcuterie board, it's like filled with some of their favorite snacks. I actually ordered like these little boards where I can set it up really nice and neat and cute, and in one of the vlogs you all will see me do this, where I'm going to set up a charcuterie board, and it's gonna have all kind of snacks and treats and stuff for the kids. Again, we're gonna wear those cozy pajamas, and I'm just gonna set up the living room really nice and cozy with a bunch of pillows, blankets, and we'll watch a movie together. And the movies that I try to pick is like Joseph and the Technicolor Dreamcoat, or Joseph and the King of Dreams. The Prince of Egypt is another really good one. Chosen is another really good one for kids. That's on Netflix. Star is another biblical one that's also on Netflix. And I'm sure I'm missing some that I can't even think of, but there's some like Hebrew Israelite families that also make content of like cartoons and movies that's on YouTube as well. You can look into those. I'll try to link them below if I can find them. Well, I can find them because I actually got them saved. I got a whole playlist saved of like kid Hebrew Israelite stuff. So but I'll link that below for you all. But yeah, just having like a couple days out of the month or the week of the Feast of Dedication to like reconnect and like watch movies with your kids, and I think that's really, really fun. I also save cozy movies. Cozy is like those classic movies. They're not feast day related, but they're like classics, like The Little Rascals, The Parent Trap, Holes, you know, stuff that's like Sandlot, you know, like stuff that I feel like is like fun to watch, and it's you know, like kid appropriate and stuff like that, and I can save those. I also like to look on Netflix to see, do they have any new releases of like really fun family friendly content that we can actually watch too. So before December hit, I actually make a playlist where I go on my Canva and I have a list of like films that I would like to possibly watch with my kids in that month, because y'all already know when you talk about movie night, you'll spend an hour scrolling just trying to find something to look at and for everybody to make a decision. Me, I don't like that kind of stuff. So I like to go ahead and have a list of the different movies as options, and then I'll have my kids choose a top 3. So I'll choose 5 movies that I'm like, these are the ones. They'll choose from that list. So that way it's not stressful. Okay. All right. Number 6, I think I'm on 6, y'all. I might have lost count. So I'm so sorry if I'm off on the wrong count, y'all, and I don't feel like clicking back to see which number I'm on, but I think I'm on 6. Number 6 is find something to do outside of the house. What is an activity that you all can look forward to doing? Now, what I do is, I already talked about going to the movies, but another thing that I do is I always plan an outside activity. So last year we did pottery. I took the girls to do pottery. This year I'm actually thinking about taking them to a candle making workshop, because we light a lot of candles during the time of the Feast of Dedication. I think it's right on theme, and they have those here in Atlanta. Now, if I don't take them to actually do an outside candle making workshop, they actually have kits that you can order on Amazon and you can learn how to do it yourselves. Now, yikes. I'm gonna try my best, but I think it'll be really fun just to do with the girls. I also saw like a perfume making station or a perfume making workshop that you can do, and we might possibly do that if we don't do the candle one. But I also saw a kit as well, the way I can do it at home, because y'all, going outside is expensive these days. Like, these prices on things is absolutely ridiculous. So some of this stuff you can absolutely do at home, but the point of it is thinking of something that you all can do. So my girls know that around this time every year, I always have something out the house for them to do that they can look forward to as well. Now, we do activities outside the house all the time, but around this time I try to be intentional and choose some things that are a little like out of the ordinary. Like going to the movies is something we do often, right? Going to the park and having picnics, we do that often. But going to a candle making workshop, that's new. Going to create a new perfume, that's new, right? So I always think of like, what's an exciting thing that we can do as a family outside of the house? And my husband joins in on these things too. He's gone to workshops with us before when we've done it in the past, and so it's always been a lot of fun. Like, we've done pottery, we've done all kind of stuff together. And so I always try to find something that I think is really nice for us to do outside the house. All right, y'all, so I turned the camera around for number 7. I actually like to put together this cute little list for our kids, and it's like a Hanukkah to-do list. So number 7, making your very own to-do list for your kids, and like every time they accomplish something on the list, they get a star, and then once they get a star in all of them, then you can give them a little goodie bag or something like that. But I thought this was super, super cute, a really great opportunity to like you know, do some things with your kids. So here's the list of things that I have with my kids that I really want to accomplish this year, like put up Hanukkah decor. You all already see the vlog for that if you're looking at this one. Make Hanukkah cookies, and I might put bread or brownies. You can put anything right there, y'all. Make winter crafts. So there's a lot of different type of winter crafts that you could do with your kids. I've already kind of given you all a couple of ideas. Watch winter movies. Now, when I say winter movies, it could be biblical movies. The winter movies could be like those cozy movies I talked about. about. All of those fall on theme, or whatever movies that you would like. You can name this anything. Family Bible lessons. So for number 8, you all, having a Bible study together as a household. I feel like that is a good opportunity for you all to kind of reconnect, have a lesson led by yourself, your husband, or your kids. I've even had my kids before kind of lead when it comes to like talking about something they want to learn more about pertaining to the feast day. I thought that was super cool, or whatnot. So that's really fun, having a lesson, and the lesson can also include a craft. And just scrolling down here, I'm not finished with this, but on each day I'll add more stuff here. And then why do we celebrate Hanukkah, or the Feast of Dedication / Festival of Lights, or Feast of Lights? I kind of got some information right there as well. But Hanukkah to-do list for number 7, and then number 8, like I said, it's really nice to have like a biblical a biblical lesson, like a Bible study for you all to do together. All right, y'all, so for number 9 would definitely be make food for the Feast of Dedication. Now, when we do, let me see how we do it. One year we did like the biblical lesson. So we did a Bible study, y'all. And I thought this was really nice how we've done it the last couple of years. We did a Bible study. After the Bible study, I'll do something fun, like have like a taco bar set up. And myself, my family, and stuff like that. In the past, we've also gone to Chattanooga to celebrate with my mom, my aunt, my uncles, and stuff like that. And so we will actually have like a taco bar, like some fun finger food and stuff. So I think that's really nice, like having a Bible study where you kind of go over what the feast day is, why we celebrate it, and why it's important, but then eating and having like a fun, cozy time with that kind of food. We've done comfort food before where we did different soups and stuff like that, so that was also fun. So, you know, that's a fun activity to do if you would like with your Bible study to kind of like even elevate it even more. Food make everything better. So that's how we do. One of the nights we'll have like a nice Bible study and we'll eat and do stuff like that. And making food, like for the second day, for the next day, for the big feast, like the actual big feast meal, we'll not so much, and this is normally taking place on Shabbat, but since it's a feast day, we are allowed to cook. Well, depending on like who you are, you may or may not agree with that, but I totally understand. But for us, on feast days, we do cook, and so we'll have the opportunity to like eat a big meal together. We have Shabbat service earlier that day, and then we'll have like a meal toward the end of Shabbat, and so we'll cook a really big meal, and that'll include like dressing, greens, macaroni and cheese, you know, all the good stuff, and then lamb, y'all, which I want to show you all this website that I kind of look at to make like certain foods for feast days. It's kingdompreppers.org, which will be linked below this video. I'm going to turn the camera around so you all can see this. All right, y'all, so here is the website. As you can see, kingdompreppers.org. I love coming on here because they have a lot of different recipes for different feast days. You see unleavened bread, bitter herbs. Here is the marinated roasted lamb, y'all, that we are going to be making for the Feast of Dedication. Even though this is a spring feast meal for like Passover, y'all, this marinated lamb hitting, okay? And so we're gonna make it for the Feast of Dedication too. Here's some more different type of recipes, and I love it because when you click on these, it actually has like biblical references on where this comes from, or what's the inspiration behind the meal, what it means. But it's just so many different ones. So I love for my kids to learn about different things like this, because one time Kyler, when she used to go to public school, she's homeschooled now, all our kids are homeschooled now, but they were asking like, well, what are some things you celebrate? And Kyler talked about Hanukkah / the Feast of Dedication, and they were talking about like, well, what are some things that you eat during that time? How do you dress during that time? And she was talking about her head wrap. She talked about lamb, the roasted lamb, and what she eats during that time and why. And it was just really, really cool just to have like a nice reference like this, you know, to different stuff. But like I said, we're gonna do this marinated lamb. Here's the Bible verse right here, y'all, the connection. Here's all the different type of items that you need to cook it and the method, and it talks about the lamb itself, and it's really, really nice. Like I really enjoy this, y'all. So check out Kingdom Preppers, and you will find the food under Living Hebrew. They also have Growing Up Hebrew, where there's lessons here for the littles. It says Little Kingdom Preppers for like your babies, and then Kingdom Preppers for us adults. So it's super cool. All right, and my final recommendation, you all, for other things to do with your kids is reading, y'all. And I'm gonna do a whole separate vlog on different books that I read with my kids, and different lessons that I do with my kids. and stuff like that, because these activities are so much fun. But I want to show you all, I actually have this particular one, and it's free to download. Well, it's not free, but you all can download this offline. I got it off Etsy.com, but it has a lot of different lessons in it. It has coloring sheets in here. It also has, like, let me show y'all, a feast of dedication word searches in here. It has, now remember when I told you I was gonna make those bags for the kids? It's all gonna be like, they're gonna get these in their bags. This is a dot to dot activity, and then dedicating their temple, like rededicating their temple. What else? Yeah, it's a lot of stuff in. It's a lot of stuff in here, and I'm like really excited. Oh, and I like this page right here. It talks about what the Feast of Dedication is, y'all, and then they also get to write Hanukkah in Hebrew. I think that's so cool. So worksheets, any kind of worksheets that you can find. There's a lot of sisters that create these. Let me focus the camera, y'all. Sorry, it's like a little blurry. Okay, we're back, y'all. All right, so I like these worksheets and stuff like that. These activities are really, really nice, and I get them on Etsy. But I wanted to show you all some of the books that I have, you all, that I read to the kids. And I haven't found too many that was like specifically Feast of Dedication, but I do like to read like books that's like on theme with the fall feast, right? And so let me take a look, y'all. I got so many different ones. So I got this Bible. This is a the Hebrew Illustrated Children's Bible, y'all. It is stunning. Okay, it's one of the prettiest Bibles that I have ever seen. Like, look at this work in here. Can y'all see this? I mean, it is beautiful. I mean, it is one of the prettiest Bibles. I ain't never seen a Bible this pretty. Okay, so we read out of here all the time, period, like throughout the year. But y'all, this beautiful. So stories out of here is really, really nice. And then also I have, where's my other books? I feel like I'm missing some of my books, y'all, because I thought I brought everything upstairs so that way you all can see them. Oh, I remember. I actually kept some of the books downstairs because I'm using them as decor. But I like this one, the little Hebrew that could. This one is beautiful, y'all. Oh my goodness. If y'all want the links to any of these, just write me and I will post it for you all. But this one is beautiful, the little Hebrew that could. I like this one, The Adventures of a Hebrew Boy. What can we eat on the farm? You know, just like Hebrew Israelite books for the kids so that way they can read. This one is a fall feast day one, When the Trumpets Blow. That's another really nice one as well. But reading has been so nice, you know, just being able to do like bedtime stories and stuff like that at the end of each night is really, really nice, and the kids get really excited about it. All right, so I hope this gave you all some really fun ideas and things to do with your littles during this time. I think it's so much fun. Also, a bonus, if you have a tribe or a congregation or people that you're with, also celebrating with them, doing like a big celebration with them. I'm going to be doing some vlogging for that too, because outside of the little gathering I'm having at my house, our tribe is also putting on a really big celebration. They're renting out a venue and it's going to be nice. So that's just a bonus one as well, just celebrating with people that are amongst you that are really fun. Another thing that I was going to do, I'm going to a paint and sip with some sisters. That's going to be fun. That doesn't have anything to do with the feast day itself, but taking this time while we're off of work is being able to reconnect with others. And so we're planning to do that in the month of December. I mean, there's just so many cutesy, fun little things that I think is going to be super nice, y'all. And I think it's going to be great. And you can get together, get some sisters together, do a sister circle Bible study during this time, or just period doing it. But during this time, when everybody's off, it's nice. Do like a potluck, bring things over, and you know, you all get together and connect. So that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be doing quite a bit of that, y'all. And I'm really excited. The brothers are getting together to do some stuff. I know Travis was talking a lot about that, on how things he would like to do during the month of December. And so this is going to be cool, y'all. I'm really excited about it. I hope this video gave you some ideas of some cool things that you could do with your littles, and also with sisters, and just cool biblical activities that they could do, non-biblical activities they can do, and also just Bible lessons and stuff that you could do. Like I said, a lot of these books are super helpful. A lot of the worksheets and stuff are super helpful, and I think it's a lot of fun. So I'm excited. I hope you all enjoyed this vlog. I hope I gave you some ideas of some things to do. Like I said, I just do this stuff with my kids. I'm not an expert, y'all, at all. If you got ideas on things you do with your children, please comment below to give myself and also other mamas out there that's looking some ideas on some stuff to do. All right, see y'all in the next vlog. Bye.